Hi, I'm Chad with Next Vision. Today we're going to be reviewing our Envi line, the Series 1 Auto Recline Chair, the Series 1S Stand, our manual phoropter, and the Tower Illuminated Slit Lamp with the digital imaging system. First up, we'll go over the Auto Recline Chair. Now, the chair has a foot pedal that you can control up, down, and it also has the red button is an auto return. Now, the auto recline chair is electrically reclined and lifted. The lift motor is rated for 500 pounds lifting capacity. The arms are very sturdy and fold back out of the way. The headrest is mechanical, which a lot of these wear out over time. If this one does start to slip, usually after a year or so, it starts to want to fall by itself. It's very easy adjustments to make it feel tight and to snap into place again. We really like these. It's not a lot to wear out, just simple adjustments if that does happen. It has a locking foot lock in the rear here. You can swivel and lock it hands free. The footrest is one of my favorite features because every clinic I've ever worked in, most of the chairs you have to physically hold while a patient's sitting down, especially ones with mobility issues. This one is spring loaded, so it definitely will hold itself up without the technician holding the footrest. If it does, again, same thing as the headrest, if it starts to fall over time, simple adjustment and that spring-loaded footrest will hold itself up. Very easily done and a cool feature because, again, this is a common issue with a lot of clinics I've worked in over the years. The auto recline goes completely flat, 180 degrees with the touch of a button. The footrest would be flat as well. Really nice feel and responsive buttons here on the side. And coming over to review the stand, now on the panel, so we've added a power switch here. The stand you can see is off. If it's on, this little light in the top right corner will be illuminated. This button here allows you to charge wells without having the power on. If you killed the power, you can turn power off to the entire stand. It cuts out everything. But most of the time at night, you want to leave those charging for use the next day. You would turn your power switch on. Here you have the lamp control, which is an LED lamp. There's also a button on the lamp. You can turn it on and off. It's your typical 3-jointed lamp here to adjust what angle you need best. Most of the time they're backlit off the back wall there. And the brightness illumination control is here. You can also turn it off by going all the way down or adjust the brightness there as well. Same thing with the binding post for a wired indirect ophthalmoscope. Its controls are here. There is an auxiliary 1, auxiliary 2, and power to the slit lamp. These buttons are here. Also a cool feature about this stand is it has a little tray here. I don't know, for patients to put their belongings that they're carrying or maybe some hand instruments. The remote for the acuity charts, maybe something that would go there as well. It also has this indirect hanger off the back. If you do have a wired indirect we'll get a shot here of the features on the back. Now, there is power. This is power to the chair control, communication cord here, and the stand power. Up here we have, these are fuses. Here's the auxiliary 1 plug, auxiliary 2, and for wired indirects, the binding post is here. There's a voltage selector here. Most of them run about 6.5 volts for the a wired indirect. You can select from 2.5 all the way up to 12 volts if necessary. Okay, this is the HSL-5 tower illuminated slit lamp on the Envi line. It has your standard joystick rotation for up and down for your height. It has the slit rheostat here for brightness and to turn power off to the whole slit lamp. On this side, this rheostat is for the background illumination light, which is below the slit beam here. That is LED, and it has a infrared option to click for the background illumination. Now, it has your normal beam width knob here on the bottom of the tower. You push this and adjust the angle of the tower there. Up top we have our, this is no filter, the cobalt blue. There's a green filter and then a diffuser here, all up top. And then here we have different auxiliaries, different size circles. You can measure with millimeters here the length of the beam. And also attached to the tower is another diffuser for more background lighting. We'll leave that out of the way for now. Standard too, you have the locking. This locks the tower movement left to right. This locks the ocular movement left to right. Has your standard chin rest adjustment here. It has two handles for the patient to hold on to. And this one has the 900 style tonometer that you would swing around. And it clicks back out of place, out of the way for the rest of the exam. On top, this is a built-in Ratten filter that comes standard, a yellow filter used for meibomian imaging dry eye assessments. On all of our slit lamps, it's a multi-mag. There's usually a dual mag, meaning 2, or the drum style, which is the multi. It has 6, 16, 25, 40, and then 10. 16 is on both sides there. It also has the dial for you to dial in the oculars depending on your prescription. The external fixation light is up top, and there's a locking knob here for front to back movements. So when you're rolling it out of the way, the slit lamp doesn't move. You can lock it down and it'll stay good and secure and not bang around when you're moving it out of the way. Okay, so this is the start of covering the digital imaging system that is on the HSL-5. We're really excited about this because it has a lot of features. It's really easy to use, and we'll jump into it. So first we're going to start by adding a new patient. Now this is if you have a if you have, you know, a local server set up as a local server, and you're adding patients from the front desk, you can add from the keyboard. If your practice is using MRN, you would put an MRN number here. I'm just adding a generic ID for now. We'll hit add. Patient added. What to do next? You can add the next patient or examine the one that we just entered, which is here. So we're going to go over to the slit lamp now, and we can see that test 1 is the one we just added. So I selected that. It says examine. You can view old exams or add to the queue for the day. We're going to click examine patient. You can take photos, video from this screen. It tells you which eye up top that you're on. It's an automatic sensor that will switch from left to right for you. So we got a test patient lined up here, and we're just going to start the exam. One of the cool things about this is you really don't have to use the oculars. So from the feedback we've gotten thus far, the oculars have a really good quality. They're very clear, but you really can use those obviously in a traditional way, or you can look through the digital imaging screen here. I'll turn that down a little bit. So it's very clear images. We're looking at band keratopathy there. Take a step back, and we can go really close. Very good image of the cornea there and the band K. Now we're on photo mode. I'm going to fire a picture by clicking this button. I want to really get that into focus. Now I can click video mode, click the button, and you can see that we're recording images right now. Open it up a little more to get that whole ACIOL. Really good image here. Now I'm going to adjust the brightness. And now I'm going to turn the slit all the way down and just use the background illumination light, which you can also do. Now I'm going to back out, turn this down, and our test patient can sit back. So it's sending everything that we just took, which was 9, I think it was 8 pictures and 1 video, to the server that we have set up behind me. Now you can view those pictures that we just took on this screen. Wait for it to finish sending here. 9 of 9, data saved correctly. So we're going to go to the patient that we just shot, which is the one we just entered, and view exams. And these are the photos that we just took. Very cool feature. This is the video, showing really good clarity in all the images here. You can add notes if you need to, band K, ACIOL. You can add notes that will pop up on the exported PDF. Now we're also going to go, one of the cool features about this, you can access this remotely. The patient we just entered. And I can view them, the images that we just took from the phone. There's the video. And you don't have to be on site. You can access this remotely if needed, or in another room, another area of the building. And same thing on the big screen, or which would be an exam room or local server that you set up. Thank you so much for watching the overview of our Envi Auto Recline Chair, the Series 1S stand, the MP minus sill, the MP-125 manual phoropter, and the HSL-5 Slit Lamp with the digital imaging system. We're really excited about these things. Please, like, subscribe, follow us on YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, all of the social media platforms. Follow us and for upcoming videos and releases and overviews of our other Envi products. We're really excited to launch these. Leave comments below if you have any questions, and we'll see you on the next one.